be Pawn on the Ahri.
There we go. Okay, so Pawn gonna lock in Ahri. Been playing this a bit. We've already. That's gonna be the arrow coming through. Locks down Ghost. Pop up from Mata's Wild Growths. Now they're just gonna turn over onto Totoro. He'll be able to pick up the kill. Exhaust comes through. He goes down. First blood over to Deft.
They get the play.
Nothing too bad from BBQ if they can utilize that Weaver's Wall in future fights.
Crazy, but really good
Can
for
help them out.
Tempt. Got it.
Wow, gets shoved right in. And Tempt comes up with a solo kill. Nicely done.
Disrespect from Pawn went for, and that will start to worry the KT faithful.
Tempt now up around the top side. Mata getting jumped on now. He goes down. Another grasp, enough to lock him up. Bless comes up with a kill.
Bit of a Dora the Explorer moment there for Mata. They don't have any control over that red. Onto the top lane.
Very well aware of this. TP's coming through from Smeb in the tri-brush. He's completely surrounded now, straight into the Nethergrass. Score. Can he do some decent damage here? Jumps onto Totoro, will find the first kill. Smeb not dying yet.
So
Wild
tanky.
Growth comes through to keep him alive. Arcane Smash on the Bless, who has to flash out to try to stay up. They're going to get crazy. 2 kills going over to KT. Nice pull on the trigger there with that TP. They should be able to knock down this turret, at least get some damage in. Wave clear is strong, however. Force, yeah, is here for Ghost. Get quite a bit in. Bless getting locked up. Ash Arrow comes through from Deft. He's able to jump out of there. Totoro now in danger as Score comes around from the side. They pop him up with the Wild Growth for good measure, and he comes up with a kill. Armada will get the killing blow, but still picking off that Malzahar. Now no Nethergrasp available. So KT, they can decide to play a bit ballsier.
Yeah, looks like good damage, but it was so overextended. KT rotated from top through to mid. Weaver's Wall behind them. Most of them are going to stick around. They know they've got this turret.
Yeah, don't have to be worried about the
They
damage.
want more.
Now they want to go ahead and engage. Pawn gets snatched up here by Crazy, popped up by the depth charge. He's able to dash out of the backside. Will not go down, and Smeb is still tanky up here in the front. Goes back into his advance down onto Bless. He might have just bitten off more than he could chew. He's able to exit off to the side, and Ghost actually DPSs down the tree. Finds one. An extended 1-for-1 here as Totoro comes back in with the here. Deft is low. They have no vision inside the pit. Scores on the backside. Ash Arrow comes out. Won't find anybody. Tempt trying to gatekeep it. He actually takes down Mata. Score getting locked down, and that's going to be Baron going over to BBQ. We're just blowing this game wide open at the moment. 1.4 thousand so far in the lead, but it's not over yet. Smeb coming in with the TP. BBQ desperately going to be trying to retreat. Pawn and Deft both going low, and they might just want to re-engage this one. Smeb coming in from the sidelines. Crazy up in the front of the fight. Ready to peel and body block for the rest of his squad. Will go ahead and try to lock down Smeb, but he's just getting ripped apart by the front line here of KT. Collateral damage comes out. Twisted Advance is enough to take down the Rengar, but Ghost goes in the mid, finds Pawn. Can he get more? Get Score? Can he get Deft?
Ghost!
Yes, he can with the help of Totoro. Pays for it with his life, so they'll lose that buff. But wow, BBQ pick up the Baron. They pick up several kills on the backside of the fight, and they now have a lead.
Yeah, Ghost beast moded it right at the backside of the fight, was aggressive, went back in. We're seeing the evolution of Ghost as a player, now taking the Ezreal to the Rift. You know what was different here about some of the Barons we've seen? Because it looked risky, but remember Malzahar's on the Rift. Suppression means no way for the Graves to enter. The sort of goalkeeping you want around the Baron to stop there being the 50-50. And then Pawn walks up, and actually Smeb's out of position here. That's why KT can't do damage. I thought things would get much worse for BBQ, but they bide time. They bide time. The re-engage looks like it's going to be there for KT. KT want to eradicate every Baron buff from the Rift like BBQ could in Game 1. But the real star on the back end is Ghost. Down to about 300 health. You might think he's done, but aggressively Arcane shifts in. 2 low members, Totoro to back him up, and it is the extended 3 kills over to the side of BBQ, and still some Baron buffs being worn.
Yeah, still do have a couple here. And now BBQ, they're going to stay proactive. They move over, will take this Mountain Drink. There's no way for KT to contest this. No one nearby. And now with a Mountain Drink that they will eventually have, Bless takes it fairly slowly at the moment, plus the Baron buff, they can really knock down some structures and solidify this lead. So things are looking really grim for KT all of a sudden.
Game 1 certainly was closer than the end game scoreboard would look, and now Game 2 is turning into a struggle for KT Rolster. We wondered which KT would show up after being pipped in the Telecom Wars twice, and unfortunately it seems more and more like the KT that struggled to beat Kongdoo Monster in a timely fashion. Remember, it took them to 40-minute games 2 in a row in the last series before the Telecom War. KT coming down to earth a little bit, even though they're obviously still big favorites to win this series. Okay, not over yet. 2,000 gold lead.
Wall comes into the backside, cutting them off. Smeb getting pushed in by the seismic shove. He goes low, but the Wild Growth comes through. Lockdown by the Nethergrass, but they still have not finished him off yet. Meanwhile, Score is able to take out Totoro, but he's already fulfilled his purpose, already has used the ultimate. On going low, has to dash out. Dragging Smeb in, takes a lot of damage. Seismic shove to really keep him in the fight. He has to flash away.
You are healthy.
Stay alive. And throw out the Weaver's Wall, cutting them off.
Really nice
Score
Weaver's Wall.
Going down. Smeb jumps over onto Bless, will be able to pop him as Pawn, picks up the kill. Mata trying to exit through the back of the pit, does not have a flash, so he will get taken down by Tempt, and BBQ can just keep pushing forward into the jungle, taking down members of KT one after the other. A 3-for-1 thus far, looking for Pawn and Deft. Likely will not be able to hunt them down, but now they can break some inhibitors.
Just a sick Weaver's Wall on the backside. No way to exit, only had one way to go, and there was Crazy in the front line. Start acquiring targets. 5 members strong, 4 members strong, my apologies. They will take down the inhibitor turret. They'll take down the inhibitor. Still good wave clear, so the game will not end here. But if the warning sounds were sounding just 5-10 minutes ago.
Still alive.
No, it's not there yet.
Starting to kite back down the lane into an advantageous position. Pawn has to exit. Still has the flash, does not have the Spirit Rush. Smeb goes in, locks down Totoro. Can they pop him? The answer is going to be yes. Can they get more, though? Bless trying to get out of here. Twisted Advance coming through yet again. Charm will connect.
We can't see the Baron health. Still at 8,000, still pretty healthy. We're waiting for some big action to happen. BBQ down to 4.
It's a decent enough spot. They're going to try to engage on it. Crazy. Lock him down. He goes low. Might just get taken out, and he does. Depth shredding away at him with that Ash. They heal off the Baron. BBQ, where do they go? Damage dealers up. BBQ poking in from the top of the river. Score dashes forward. Won't find an opening. Pawn goes in. Charm not going to connect. He's way too far forward. Has to get the Wild Growth to stay alive. Meanwhile, on the backside, that's going to be the Nethergrass coming through on a Smeb. Dashes forward, locks down Bless, who's trying to exit with his life. Looks like he's able to do so. It's a big stalemate, but finally, Mata goes down as Ghost claims the kill. Tempt flashing in, not gonna find anything, but can still poke out from the side. He's got mana, he's got the threaded volley. Ash Arrow comes through from Death, they lock down Ghost. He will fall, 2 kills, suddenly coming through from KT. Make that 3 as Totoro goes down. Bless desperately trying to run away in a massive game of chicken lost by BBQ.
KT knew their limits better than BBQ. Bless is here.
Yeah, it's going to be the redemption coming down, keeping them topped off. Bless is nearby. Control ward tossed out. Just going to be nothing they can do. True Shot Barrage, just a second too late to try to take that. So,
Kate was not exciting, but the tank play will probably decide these fights.
Roll the hunt coming through. Weaver's Wall cutting them off. Deft already low. Has to flash over. They lock down Mata. He's going to get popped. This Temp comes up with the kill. Now Smeb all on his lonesome. Can they kill him? Before he can make it back to his team. Looks like the answer is going to be no. Smeb's still going low. Has that GA. He still can't pop it. Flash forward. Comes up with the Bola lockdown. Going low. Redemption thrown down by BBQ to try to pop it back up. Does keep Bless alive, at least for the moment. Pawn dashing in from the sidelines. Will take out Totoro. Twisted Advance back in from Smeb. Once more of BBQ. Goes in. Triple kill. Going over to Pawn. Can he find more? It's just crazy.
Multiple fronts. This will be at least a single inhibitor. There goes an inner turret as well. 18 want to try and close the game. It's only Tempt alive with wave clear.
25 seconds on 2 members. Totoro going to be back up in 15 seconds. We'll have another grasp, but there's still plenty of damage from KT to just instantly pop that Malzahar. Second inhibitor goes down in the bottom lane. KT will go ahead and retreat. Have that passive on the Malzahar. Keep him alive. Weaver's Wall coming in, cutting off Pawn and Daft. Still, KT focusing in on the turret, will go down. Smeb getting locked up by the Nethergrass. Big shield coming out from his Mastery Keystone. He'll finally get popped. Guardian Angel is already taken out. But another, try to go for the finish. Yeah, Smeb, he's got the teleport. He can join in from the base and BBQ. They're not going to have fast recalls. No Baron empowered recall coming through for them. Weaver's Wall tossed out by Temp. Just
stop melee champions from tanking up that turret.
Yep. So we'll buy them some time, but now BBQ, they have hit Bless. Can he make his way in? Baron's going low. He jumps in, will not find the steal. Score takes it away, and he has to flash out the backside of the pit. Meanwhile, Smeb going in, locking down Goes. Smeb is just so massive now that he has that Wild Growth sitting on top of him. Still getting chipped down to about half HP. Line comes through, locks down Pawn. Crazy, he's not tanky enough quite yet. Ghost gets jumped on, Charmed, Pawn flash over the wall. Will make it into the zone, he keeps himself alive, comes back in over and takes out Bless. And now it's Crazy, Totoro and Tempt against the world, but it just doesn't seem like there's a damn thing they can do. Tempt all on his lonesome. KT says, you know, we could just leave him here and go kill the base. don't really have to worry about this Talia much anymore. They'll go ahead, ignore him inside the river. They can just push right down mid lane and end it.
Pawn's team fighting on this Ahri was outstanding. Lived for so long, putting out the consistent damage that Ahri can. And again, in spite of Tempt, unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be the story. Still alive, still massive. But with Smeb so healthy, the Deft and Score able to auto-attack, the game should end here. It should be a KT 2-0.
Yep. That first Nexus Hurt will go down. Twisted advance in onto Tempt. Takes a big splash of damage from the collateral, but still alive. There we go. Flash forward, point blank. Buckshot to the face will take him out. And KT, harder fought than they ever could have expected, will be able to close this out with a 2-0. But BBQ looked quite good here in game number 2.
A really entertaining game too. A lot to like about both teams. To me, KT Rolster just about